Coburg did last week. It is possible to score against the breeze, but a couple of factors that are becoming quite evident now at this point in time is the aerial supremacy that the Zebras have acquired through the likes of Bilby and Eves, and also Bennett up front has become a very telling factor. Also, to further endorse all that, their smaller running brigade are really running, and they're giving numbers to the scene of the crime, so to speak, at the base of every pack, and they're creating numerous opportunities. And it's going to be interesting to see how Brunswick use this, Peter. The guy that I'm impressed and looking forward to seeing how he performed this quarter is their full forward Perry, who on occasions looked very, very dangerous up forward. And now with the use of the breeze, he's obviously going to get more chances. And it's going to be interesting to see how they hold him and how he in fact performs, because the more I see of it, the more that he looms as their potent weapon up front. The guy at centre-half forward that Steve Parsons had high hopes for in Henderson, who's got all the attributes, you could see that quite clearly. He's got a wonderful physique. He's a good contester.
Didn't score for 10 minutes. If they'd managed to alter that a little bit, they could have had the break here at the half-time interval.
Yes, Peter, I believe the statistics are very misleading, especially in the conditions that prevail out there today. Some of the possessions that are accorded to particular players and the inept disposal, I mean to say it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, players have got, I think McLeod's 12 possessions, I think 6 went to in the arms of the opposition. And that's basically been the theme of the afternoon. I mean, it's been a game inundated with mistakes, and I think the capacity or the ability to capitalise on either side's mistakes running at about 50-50, and I think the scoreline's probably appropriate at this point in time. That we see marginal deficit.
Callender putting through a goal there, but we were expecting more things in that term from number 7 for Brunswick, Robert Perry, but he didn't kick a goal.
No, he went out of the game. I mean, we saw early on that the boy is a good mark and a good lead, but actually they didn't seem to need him as much. They bypassed the goals, came off the half-forward flank when they ran the ball in with the likes of Bartolo. I think the big move was McAllister to centre half-forward, although Sam didn't pick it at quarter time.
Predicted Brunswick to come home with the breeze, but they unfortunately fell for the old trick in football, that they felt that the wind would do the job for them and paid the penalty dearly. I thought Brunswick certainly worked diligently and hard into the win. They ran a lot better. Their running players, Christian and those guys, really played a prominent role in their victory. And I think justice was done. I think it would have been a travesty of justice if Brunswick had have won, because Sandy dominated throughout, basically, and that's what I felt, Phil.
I think you're right. It was the game was a slight anticlimax at the start. It was a bit scrappy, but it was interesting in the last quarter when things really got a bit willing. Both sides threw themselves in a lot more and made a real effort of it. I think Keddy was right at three-quarter time. They ran the ball, good stuff, and it was a good game in the finish.
But let's go down for the ANA man of the match, Ross Booth in the rooms.
Thank you, Peter. Well, here's Peter Ryan, the man of the match, and present the trophy, Bill Jewell from ANA.
Peter, well done. Great game you've played as a backman. Congratulations. And this is the ANA trophy, the Australian Notice Association trophy for the best of the day.
Thanks very much.
Well done.
Well, happy scenes here at Port Melbourne. A big win to Sandringham. So that's all from Port Melbourne. Back to you, Charles Slade, in the studio.